Hmm. Okay. Hello. Oh, dang. What happened? Okay. Oh. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. I'm starting the show a little early. Um, I don't know what's going on, but I was trying to click the live button and the damn thing wasn't working. So we're gonna go ahead and play the intro and just get right on into the show. But I wanted to bring this up because on that long train ride, I got a chance to watch Oliver's response and his apology to Michelle. So we're going to go ahead and not watch the apology, but I want to point out a few things that he said. Let's get into it, y'all. What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2 bringing you another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? What's up, Diane? What's up, Nicole? What's up, Jackie? I want to say this. Definitely prayers to Denitria. She has a family emergency going on. For those of you who don't know, Denitria is my moderator. I had to private my last video and re-upload it, so the beginning part wasn't in there. But definitely, if you guys can send your prayers and your love to Denitria and her family, that would mean a lot to me. Now, we are going to talk about Oliver and his response to Funky Dineva throwing him under the bus and possibly ruining his opportunity. And at this point, Tracy, I'm like, hey, you did it to yourself. You really did do it to yourself because you didn't have to go back and gossip with your friend and then knowing that your friend doesn't like this person and is going to use it to sting that person. So those of you who don't know, Funky Dineva had put out there that, oh yeah, and Oliver told me that you smell blah blah blah. So we went through that. He said that he was going to slump Tasha K and all that stuff, all that craziness. We already went through that. Now Oliver finally gave his response. For those of you who don't know, Oliver does have a YouTube channel. So this is his friend Angie that he does the show with, right? And so finally, after an hour, they get into the actual situation. So I'm just going to paraphrase because let me tell you, he took an hour and 40 minutes to explain this whole thing. So like I said, I'm only going to play clips of certain things, but I'm just going to give you the gist of what happened. And Oliver is still in the wrong, by the way. I just want to clarify that. So he talks about how he did see Michelle at the Black YouTube event. He wanted to have a conversation with her because she had mentioned that he was running, handing out flyers, and he said, no, that's not true. I was running to hand Quad, Quad from Married to Medicine. I was running to hand her phone, and they chopped it up. He said that it was pleasant. They had no issues or anything, right? Then we move on to when the Nene Leakes podcast. So you know how Nene Leakes is now doing the whole YouTube thing, right? Well, he sees Michelle there. They have a pleasant interaction, and it's left at that. So he gets on the phone with Funky, telling him about everything that happened at the Nene Leakes thing, and then says, "Oh, yeah, Michelle, I seen her there, and I see what people say about her. I understand what people say about her." And then he goes further to say, "Oh, well, it was some kind of smell," but he's saying that he never said that she smelled, but he's saying it in a roundabout way where it's like, dude, you said what you said and you know what you were implying. You might not say like, "Oh, she smelled like this or that," but you implied it. So at the end of the day, you did say it. But Oliver is also worried that, damn, his opportunity with Nene Leakes might be over with because he recorded some with Nene for that podcast. He's saying now she might just scrap that because, again, he was being messy. Now, you come in to do a job, right? He didn't go into detail what the segment actually was, but you're coming in to do a job. But instead of you coming in to do that job, well, you did the job, but you're being messy and like giving the behind the scenes and talking about this person, that person. You know, Michelle and Nene are close. Why would you ever? Come on now. Come on. And the thing is, I don't even think Michelle is hateful enough to be all like, no, cut that out. Don't put them in there. Don't put them in there. I don't even think Michelle is like that. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be Nene's decision whether or not to add him in there. Now, I'm not one for blocking somebody's opportunity. I'm not going to say, oh, Nene, you shouldn't have him in there. But it does speak volumes that you can't be trusted. No matter what. Now, you might have trusted Funky with certain information that you probably shared amongst yourself. You probably do consider him a friend. During this whole time where he's explaining the situation, he does say that he was upset, but he doesn't really. It was more like, oh, well, this is why I said what I said. He was over explaining why he was talking to Funky and all that stuff, which that didn't matter. It's literally, you talked about how you had pleasant interaction with this lady one time at the Black YouTube event. Then you seen her at the Nene Leakes thing. Y'all had a pleasant interaction. And now you still talking about her. You still talking about her. And it's like, it's one thing to be all like, okay, I don't like this lady, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I seen her and blah, blah, blah. You know, if you don't like somebody, you don't like them. That's it. But don't come here. This is the part that is messed up. Don't come to my face and smile at me, and then you're still talking crap about me behind my back. Don't do that. I wouldn't like that. Like, don't be fake. And shout out to Bingeworthy. I'm not too familiar with him. I know he talks about the Atlanta housewives and stuff like that, but you know, he's friends with Michelle, and he called Oliver out, and we're gonna watch that because, like I said, Oliver went in circles explaining that whole story about, oh, well, I said it was like this and not really like it. No, 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 no. You said it in a roundabout way. That's it. Just say, yeah, I didn't say it like that, but yeah, I implied it. I did, and I'm sorry. But don't smile in my face. Like, I wouldn't have met Aaron, you know, shout out to the sector inspector. I wouldn't have meet Aaron and be like, oh, you know, he was funky and he was this and that. Like, I wouldn't even do that. Even if he did stink, I'll be all like, you know what? Aaron was pleasant. We had a good time, blah, blah, blah. But I wouldn't try to embarrass him and say that and especially I wouldn't tell someone who he's enemies with because, yeah, they're going to put that in their back pocket and use it against you. And again, he should have been more mad at Funky because and he mentioned this in this video too. Remember, he said, yeah, it was two other people as well, too. He said it was Oliver and two other people at the Black YouTube event, but he kept those people private. But he mentioned Oliver because he knew Oliver had just seen her at the Nene Leakes thing and then said whatever he said, right? So he knew that would sting. And that's my thing. Like, yeah, you can say I stink, you can say I'm this, you can say I'm that, but don't smile in my face. Do not smile in my face. Don't piss on me and call it rain. Don't. Oh, thank you for coming. Shout out to Ralph. Thank you for coming over. Yeah. And you know, and he talks about this video how he loves Nene Leakes and stuff like that. I just can't put your comment up, sector inspector, because it say the ASS word. And you know what? I don't know anything about that. However, Funky did. Funky know he was wrong for what he did. But again, this is on Oliver. Keep your mouth shut. And especially when you trying to get this out. And the thing is, I know Oliver from The Circle. Dude, how many of y'all watch The Circle? By the way, I want to go on that show. Put a one in the chat if you watch The Circle. But I guess he does oh, Aaron, you probably know about this because I know you used to be in the gay reality sector. But there's like this show called Chasing, and that's where Oliver is from. But he was on The Circle, so it's weird because Oliver has not been on one of those Netflix spinoffs. He's just online, so maybe he feels like, damn, I didn't really get to the bag like I was supposed to, because there's people on the Netflix shows that get they spinoffs, but are been on a spinoff show, but Oliver hasn't been on the spinoff show, and so maybe he was really looking forward to this Nene Leakes opportunity. And again, we don't know if he's going to be cut from the podcast or not. We don't know that, right? But again, I don't even think it's going to be Michelle to make that decision or tell Nene Leakes, hey, I don't want him a part of it. I think it's going to be Nene Leakes because, again, when you're around these people in the industry, they do not like people gossiping and telling secrets. And especially you're doing it to you're and granted, even if him and Funky are really close, which he does state that, you know he don't like Michelle, so he was going to use it. He was going to. He was wrong for saying your name and putting him out there, but yeah, anytime he get a jab at Michelle, he going to do it because he's been tired of Michelle talking about him and all this other stuff. So any ammunition that he has, he's going to use. It's just simple as that. Sometimes you got to focus on yourself and get into your bag, get into your money, rather than trying to be friends with somebody else and gossiping and all that stuff. You should have waited until after your episode came out. Then if you want to gossip about Michelle, but it's not even about gossiping about Michelle. You ain't got to like her. You know, it's not like they're best friends. However, don't smile in my face. That's it. None of y'all would like me smiling your face and then going behind your back talking, and then I get caught talking about, nah, that ain't cool. Especially because it's not just that. As I understand, Michelle is going to be a regular. So you're hoping to be a regular on Nene's show. You and Michelle are co-workers. It's not like it's not just that YouTube event, right, Tracy? It's more like you guys are co-workers and you guys are going to be a part of this Nene Leakes show. How that going to work if you telling people that I stink or something? Like, how that going to work? Like, we ain't got to be friends, but damn. So I'm going to go ahead and play this part. He said when he met up with Michelle, he told Michelle that Funky did not steal his washer and dryer. He said that he actually was there helping them. But then he goes into how Funky did leave the house a mess, as we seen in the video that Michelle played, right? Let's go ahead and get into it.
No way humanly possible. Him by himself was able to go up there after I left in the window of 10 minutes, unscrew that washer, unscrew that dryer, unstack them.
I like your profile picture.
That narrow ass stairwell that Michelle had in the I'm not reading it. I'm just telling you, this shit was narrow and it had a turn to it. I remember. Ain't no way he could have brought that down there by himself without creating a whole ruckus with holes in the wall and dents and scraping and all that other shit. There's no way humanly possible.
Not the powder donuts.
And on top of that, the blogs was already reporting about it around like the 11:30 hour. The marshals had already showed up. The marshals like showed up literally right when he left. Ain't no way he did it. And I'm saying y'all taking up for him and Q. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, if my name was never brought up in this shit, we wouldn't be here today. The house was.
It was a mess.
Mm-hmm. It was. Now, he did try his best to restore, but it was. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I walked in there, I said, ooh.
Damn.
Let me keep my socks and shoes on, baby, because you typically take your socks and shoes off when you go to somebody's house, especially the first time you go in there. I was like, oh, girl, let me.
So was it? I got questions, but I don't know if I want to ask because I don't want to contribute to the messiness.
Here's the thing, because I feel like, and maybe it's an Atlanta thing, I don't know, but it all seems like they all connected with each other and they hang around in the same circles when it comes to the YouTube people in Atlanta. It seems like they all hang out in the same circles. I would just be careful with what I share. I do want to say that before we get back into the story.
But fuck it.
Let's just leave it at the house.
The house was a mess. Okay. All right. It was a mess. Oh, can I just ask one question, please? I just gotta know.
You can ask it.
I just gotta know. Was it doodoo that was it doodoo the doodoo stuff? Is the doodoo stuff true? Was the doodoo was the doodoo on the floor? Or what was the thing with the doodoo? What happened with the dookie? Doo-doo. I never thought I'd be saying that word. The only time I'd be saying doo-doo and I'd be really talking to my son, but he 12 now, so really be saying doo-doo like a little kid. Did you doo-doo? Did you dookie? Did a little bit of doo-doo come out or a lot? You constipated?
Oh my God. The look on his face confirmed, yeah.
Hold on.
Now I'm gonna say this.
Was the doodle from a dog?
I don't know if what was by the front door was doodle or not, because I can't remember that. But if I'm being honest, if I'm being 100% transparent, I'm so sorry. Them dogs did fuck up certain areas. They did. Now, I don't know if that was that at the front door. I don't remember. I do not know. And I don't know. But listen, Angelique, fuck now. I just remember when I was walking through the house, I said, girl, I'm keeping my shoes and socks on. And in the same breath, I'm saying that.
The way Oliver takes forever just to say yes or no, just like I said, I didn't even want to play you the whole hour because he took forever to get to the point. That's why I gave y'all a quick synopsis in the beginning, what he said.
And ain't no way that nigga took her washer and dryer. Ain't no way. There's no way. There's literally no way. What I honestly think what happened was them people saw that shit get thrown out on the ground, and our cousins and them, they be seeing the shit. Hey, bring up the truck. We finna ransack this bitch.
I was about to say, yeah.
That's honestly what I think happened.
So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward when Bingeworthy came in the chat, y'all.
And
got some type of body odor, because I feel like in the midst of this, you were talking about some serious stuff. Whether it be like menstrual, whatever, you said because you're not a woman, you can't really identify and relate to the stuff that women go through. But yeah, sometimes like when people wear perfume and stuff, it doesn't always mesh with their pH. And that could be a thing. Some people just have a natural scent to them. I remember one time, because I done had some, I ain't gonna be ashamed to say sometimes I done had.
See, look, Bingeworthy. Right. See, look, this is the prime example. Bingeworthy, he said it's extremely disappointing since at the YouTube event, you went out of your way to say you came in peace and didn't do what we found out you did behind the scenes, talking trash about Michelle. You see?
But ding, 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 ding. And Bingeworthy is right. He's right. Like, you came in peace and everything like that, but then you still gossiping and stuff like that. And granted, you may have thought that you could have trusted Funky, but yeah. I feel this way. Did Oliver call Michelle personally? Or did he message Michelle personally and apologize? Or he just did this public apology for clicks and views? Did he call Michelle and say, hey, I just want to say, I'm sorry. This was not supposed to go down. I was just, gossiping with my friend, and then he let it out, and I apologize. That's what I want to know. Mind you, Bingeworthy is the new executive producer of the new. Oh, so he might not be on that show anymore, Aaron. That's what you're telling me. Okay. That's interesting.
Right.
You see?
But y'all, okay.
You see?
But Bingeworthy, don't you talk mess to your friends too? Don't you kiki with your friends too? Like nobody is saved and sanctified. Nobody is sitting up there holier than thou. Everybody talks shit about everybody. Everybody talks shit. You go into a party. Oh, I saw that bitch, and oh, she looked toe up. Let me tell you, you are having these conversations with your closest circle. Everybody does it.
Yeah, we all do it. We literally all do it.
So,
I don't have a problem with that we all talk shit and we all gossip and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with that at all. The only thing is that this was an opportunity for you to really get out there. And that's basically what's being said. Like, hey, I'm really trying to help you out. I'm really trying to make sure that, you can get something bigger out of this, or maybe this could be like a weekly thing for you where you're on the Nene Leakes show, but you kind of threw that away. You really did throw it away. It's different because this is like a work situation. This is just not somebody gossiping or something like that. This is Oliver is really looking like, damn, this opportunity could be ruined because I effed up and opened up my mouth when I should just stay quiet.
So stop holding people to a higher level that you yourself are not at. Like nobody is at that level where it's like, water. I don't talk about anybody, blah, blah, blah. Because you can come in peace to an event, baby, and still have an opinion about what a motherfucker got on, how a motherfucker looks.
Yes, most definitely.
What
That's
a motherfucker
human.
smell like. Everybody got a motherfucking opinion. So don't nail Oliver to the cross because he said something to his friend in confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because we all talk shit about people and say some shit about people. So come on. Really.
And listen, it really has nothing to do with the opportunity. Because honestly, the moment that he said, when all of us saw you at Nene's thing, in my brain, the opportunity caught a bullet in the head to me. So if it actually does come out, thank the Lord he saw fit for it to come out. I'm saying I'm sorry because something I said about someone was used as a weapon. Yeah. And and
that wasn't the intent.
That was not the intention. No, it was not. It definitely was not. On top of, I went to the woman and said I didn't want no smoke with you.
Yeah. Oh, please, I'm sure.
It's the latter of the two. It's the point that you came up and said you didn't want no smoke, but now, yeah, you kind of do want some smoke when you're talking about them behind their back.
Please, Michelle got her circle of friends. I'm sure she be talking mess too. Of course, she talk mess.
We all talk shit.
We all talk shit. Like, who cares? Everybody talks shit.
Tracy.
But you wasn't talking shit with the intent for it to be put out there to be weaponized and be used in somebody else's fight because this person got beef with that person. So, mean, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
And again, y'all see Q as Funky Dineva. I see that nigga as Q. The nigga I see walk around in with no shirt on and shoes off and waking up going like the person I got the code to their house. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking to somebody who for 10 years has been a confidant of mine. I'm not thinking I'm saying something that's gonna be out there.
Yeah.
Because if you know what I'm saying, like I'm not thinking this is gonna be.
When it's Mad Day, people will share whatever they got to say about you. And yeah, I mean, and I'll be honest, not that I threw somebody under the bus, but say like, oh, I might have had a falling out with someone. I'll be like, well, yeah, well, you told me blah, blah, blah. Now, is that ever right? No, you shouldn't do that on Mad Day. But when people hurt, they do things. However, this wasn't even that kind of situation. This was literally Funky Dineva using something that you told him to fuel the flames. And now you ended up getting yourself in trouble. And you knew, and I'm pretty sure that they've had conversations like Funky all like, I'm mad because she talking about me. She dragging me about the washer, dryer, and all that. I'm pretty sure he knows how much Funky does not like Michelle. So giving him this, yeah, he going to say something. He was bound to say something publicly, right?
Again, it wasn't like I was dragging the lady. I was like, you know, I ain't gonna repeat it. I said what I said. I was like, you know, I see what people be saying. I get it.
Wisdom, you're right.
You just talking to your friends, shooting the shit, and
this will never happen again. I promise you, Angie. Because even binge-worthy saying that makes me feel horrible.
Right, addicted.
Because that wasn't my intention or my character. Angie, as long as you've known me, when have I ever just sat up and talked about somebody?
That's not not the anything. I'll be good. Me and Oliver be talking. I'll be running my mouth talking.
And here's the thing too, because I forgot. Remember there was the whole T.S. Madison thing with the song Cozy and all that stuff, and then he tried to loop T.S. Madison in with some girl that was it was a trans girl that was scamming or something like that. Remember? So like we already know Oliver puts things out there and tries to throw people under the bus. So that's just a part of his character. So this is really just another thing that Oliver does. He's very shady. So yeah, he just proven that he can't be trusted. He's proven that. I hope your little Nene Leakes segment works out for you, but yeah, I wouldn't expect too many more, at least from Nene Leakes. Hopefully, Funky Dineva got you lined up with some jobs and you'll be fine. But if I was to weigh it, I would say Michelle could probably help you a little bit more than Funky could.
Talking shit.
At least my opinion.
And I'd be like, girl, even that Lisa bitch, I don't even go in on her. And there's a bunch of things I could be going in.
Yeah,
I could be saying about her. I just don't. I try to keep my mouth off people because I don't know who God got his hand on. And I don't want my shit fucked
right,
up.
Cree.
Like how it potentially is right now. So even something that I thought was mindless and innocent and ain't have nothing attached to it. No, Miss Oliver, just shut up altogether. Be quiet.
Dang, I think you just I feel like you just gotta. I feel like you gotta watch how you move with not just Funky, but with just. I think this make you question people in your inner circle because you didn't think Funky.
It did. Because in my brain, I was like, well, who do I have in this game that I can trust? That I can.
I thought Binge-worthy commented one more time.
Who
I don't
in this
think
industry is in my corner that I can come home and as I'm taking off my clothes and I'm taking the gray patch out and I'm washing the makeup off.
Okay,
and
I think that's basically it right there. He just kind of go on, and then it just kind of get lost in the sauce, and you just kind of like, all right, I'm bored with this conversation because I was getting bored. Yeah, but what do you guys think? Do you think that Nene Leakes should cut Oliver out the show, or should she just go on with it and then don't talk to him? I'm very curious of what you guys think in the chat. Definitely, if you're watching the replay, put what you think in the comment section. For me, I think Nene should go ahead and just leave him in the show just so that it's not a bigger deal or it doesn't seem like, hey, we're haters. I would leave him in the show, whatever segment he did, leave him in the show, right? But then don't mess with him no more. Don't comment, don't nothing. Just leave him alone. Do not talk to him ever again, but I would just leave him in there. So you showing that you're the bigger person by not being petty and cutting him out. And Oliver got to learn how to keep his mouth shut. Granted, you are a YouTuber. I mean, all YouTubers, we talk all day, right? That's what we're known for. But this is a situation, yeah, keep your mouth shut. Like, shut up. That's it. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love y'all, but we out of here. Deuces, everybody.